Did you know the Lakers are giving up a staggering 19.3 points per game on fast breaks alone? That's tied for the most in the NBA, and it's costing them games night after night. They're currently down to the 27th spot in overall defensive rating, and the reality for the Lakers right now is a story of frustration, miscommunication, and a desperate need for change. Let's look at exactly why they can't seem to get stops when it matters most. The Lakers currently rank dead last in transition defense, tied with the Washington Wizards at 30th in the league. This statistic underscores a fundamental weakness that's costing the team dearly. Transition defense involves stopping the opposing team from scoring easy baskets after turnovers or long rebounds. For a franchise with 17 championships and a history of defensive excellence, the Lakers' current transition defense falls short of their past standards. Recent games have highlighted this issue. In their matchup against the Rockets on November 8th, the Lakers gave up 25 fast break points, allowing Houston to stay competitive despite shooting poorly overall. Similarly, in their loss to the Kings on October 29th, Sacramento exploited the Lakers' slow transition defense for 29 points on the break. Coaches and analysts have taken notice. Former Lakers coach Phil Jackson observed, "Their transition defense is non-existent." ESPN analyst Tim Legler added, "The Lakers' transition defense is their Achilles heel." The Lakers are giving up an average of 19.3 points per game in transition, nearly a fifth of their opponent's total scoring coming from fast breaks alone. In a league where games are often decided by slim margins, this defensive lapse is proving costly. As we examine the Lakers' defensive woes, it's clear that their transition defense is a significant problem. This fundamental flaw is impacting their overall defensive performance and putting pressure on their offense to compensate. The question now becomes, how is this affecting their standing in the league's defensive rankings, and what can be done to improve their situation? Defense wins championships, or so they say. But for the Lakers, it's costing them the season. Their defensive rating shows a steep decline, leaving fans and analysts wondering if this is the same team that once prided itself on lockdown D. Let's examine how deep this issue goes. While transition defense is just one component, its impact on the Lakers' performance is significant. Those 13.9 points given up on fast breaks add to the opponent's score and disrupt the Lakers' offensive rhythm. The ripple effect is tangible, with the team often scrambling to recover after these lapses. In a recent game against the Suns, this weakness was exposed, as the Lakers were outscored 36-18 in a critical stretch of the third quarter. Opposing teams have identified this weakness and are exploiting it. They're pushing the pace at every opportunity, knowing the Lakers struggle to get back and set up their defense. This strategy has proven particularly effective in crucial moments, turning close games into lopsided affairs. The root causes of this defensive collapse are complex. Communication breakdowns have left the Lakers vulnerable, especially in high-pressure transition situations. This decline is more than just a number. It's a stark reminder of how far the Lakers have fallen from their defensive identity. For a team with championship aspirations, this decline is alarming and raises questions about their ability to execute their defensive game plan effectively. JJ Redick's candid admission about the Lakers' defensive struggles has sparked a crucial debate. The Lakers are facing challenges that go beyond just running the wrong schemes, pointing to deeper personnel issues. Redick acknowledged, "We have to look at some things defensively, especially against good offensive teams," hinting at potential changes in the Lakers' defensive approach. However, the roster's ability to execute any defensive strategy effectively remains in question. When comparing the Lakers' roster to ideal defensive profiles, several gaps become apparent. Redick highlighted a significant limitation. "We don't have a ton of guys who can pick up full court. It's all of us. We all want to be good defensively." This lack of defensive specialists is particularly evident in transition situations. Individual player metrics further highlight the team's defensive shortcomings. Gabe Vincent, expected to be a defensive asset, has struggled on both ends of the floor. Max Christie has shown promise as a perimeter defender, but his inexperience limits his impact in crucial moments. The absence of Jared Vanderbilt has left a noticeable void in their ability to contain opponents. Injuries have compounded these issues, forcing the team to rely on lineups ill-equipped to handle the speed and complexity of NBA offenses. Jackson Hayes' absence, for instance, has further depleted the Lakers' defensive resources, particularly affecting their rim protection and pick-up-and-roll defense. As the season progresses, it's becoming clear that internal solutions may be limited. The consensus among NBA experts is that without significant roster changes, the Lakers may struggle to improve their defensive performance substantially. This raises the possibility of potential trades. The question remains, can the Lakers find a defensive specialist to address their transition woes, or will a more comprehensive roster overhaul be necessary to restore their defensive identity? The Lakers' transition defense lags significantly behind the league's best. While the top-ranked Bucks allowed just 10.5 points per game on fast breaks, the Lakers concede 19.3 points. This stark contrast raises questions about the differences in personnel and strategy between these teams. The Milwaukee Bucks, Miami Heat, and Boston Celtics lead the league in transition defense, each allowing fewer than 12 points per game in fast break situations. Their success stems from quick defensive recovery, strong communication, and strategic player positioning. The Bucks utilize Giannis Antetokounmpo and Drew Holiday's unique skills to close down lanes and contest shots. The Heat excel in communication and rotations, maintaining defensive integrity even when opponents push the pace. Boston's balanced approach, with players like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, contribute on both ends, allowing for smooth transitions from offense to defense. In contrast, the Lakers roster lacks dedicated defensive specialists capable of consistently shutting down transition opportunities. This deficiency becomes apparent when comparing team compositions and defensive schemes. Top teams have fine-tuned their transition defense through specific drills and conditioning. The Lakers, however, seem to lack a cohesive strategy for quickly setting up their defense after offensive possessions. To bridge this gap, the Lakers must reassess their approach to defense at every level. This includes developing their current roster's defensive capabilities or considering personnel changes to better match the league's top teams. Without such adjustments, the Lakers risk falling further behind in an NBA where transition defense has become a key differentiator between contenders and other teams. The path forward for the Lakers is challenging but clear. They must address both strategic deficiencies and fundamental issues in roster construction to improve their transition defense. This improvement is crucial for the team to remain competitive in the modern NBA landscape. The Lakers' defensive struggles, particularly in transition, have become a critical issue. Their poor fast break defense is significantly impacting their overall defensive performance and jeopardizing their season. To address this problem, the Lakers need to take immediate action. While strategic changes in defensive schemes are necessary, they may not be sufficient. The team likely needs to make significant roster moves to acquire players with the speed, instincts, and communication skills required for effective transition defense. As the season progresses, the Lakers face a crucial challenge. Can they improve their defensive performance in time to become serious title contenders? Their championship aspirations depend on finding a solution to these defensive issues quickly. The clock is ticking for LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and the Lakers organization to turn things around.